Okay, well, I'm gonna go get my potatoes, come out here and chit chat with you guys about some of my retirement plans. So that'll be fun. Hey guys, welcome to that 1870s homestead. My name's Rachel.
I'm Todd.
And we are just doing all the things. Sorry, it's been a little sporadic with videos, but it's about to change here in rapid cycle. And lots of things coming soon to the homestead that we're going to just give you a couple updates on today.
It is. We have less than, 5 days, 6 days? We're traveling up to middle of the state of Michigan to pick up our pigs.
Yes.
So our pigs will be here for the 2024 season. The garden, you've been working away.
Yep.
What is on me? Sorry, I feel like I have ticks on me. I was out mowing grass out back. So pigs are coming. And a whole bunch of other things that will maybe fill you in on some of it throughout this video.
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
The first one's so right behind you guys. Do you want to see? So Todd posted a picture too of this on Facebook and asked you guys if you thought you knew what we might do with this hunk of junk. I think you paid like, what, $200, $150 for an old rusty metal handcrafted trailer. And we painted it. And so many of you guessed exactly what we're doing with it. I can't believe it. Come over here. This is going to be my future farm stand. This little doohickey is going to go in there. We just need to finish this whole process, roof and walls and tabletop and baskets of glorious goodness. But it's something that I've dreamt of, you know, and been inspired by to do for a long time. And it's just been time, whether or not I had time and enough resources to share. And so you can picture at my farm stand plants for sale that we grow here on the homestead, extra veggies, homemade breads, pies, cookies, jams, jellies, syrups, herbs that we grow. So many fun things. Cut flowers. Oh, it's my favorite thing, cut flowers. So everything Rachel loves will be available for sale at this farm stand. It's not going to be your typical farm stand where you can go and there's like big, huge loads of corn and things like that. But it'll be that 1870s version of a farm stand, and I'm really excited to share that with you. I really hope it's coming together here in the next couple weeks. Oh, my messy crafting. I'm in totally a crafting era right now. And it's messy. It's my first time with a stencil, so I have to clean it up. But it says, "Come and eat, y'all." And this is our pig feeder, an old antique pig feeder that we painted. It was just funky orange, like chipping paint. So I painted it this old heritage red. And it says 1870s pigs on it. So stinking cute. I'll clean that up a little bit. But you guys, we shared it in a very snippet on recent Instagram, Facebook posts, our big news that was happening May 17th. And that is that I, Rachel, am retiring. It's a huge change for us. Dramatic change that's been a long time in works. And I've set a goal and achieved it. And I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm beyond thrilled, excited. Just so many emotions of it all that I don't know what I'm going to do with myself, first off. Filling all the space and brain capacity, energy. I'm probably going to drive Todd crazy with the ideas. But he's on board, and this is going to be one of the first projects. And that's why I hope that a lot changes here over the next season with the amount of Rachel that there is to share on the channel. All right, so first, look, can you guys see all the green in here? This is my wheat patch, and it is doing so good. All the wheat coming up, just great. So excited. And my strawberries, you guys. Oh, I don't know if you can tell. They are like 18 inches tall over here, the strawberry bed. And I'm seeing, let me see if I can find one. The very first berries I saw, yes. Ta-da! The very first berries. That's pretty darn exciting. So great. We still have 2 more weeks before we peak at that rhubarb. So the rhubarb that's forcing in that container back there, still waiting to peak at that. My broccoli and my cabbage. I mean, y'all, look at that. Look at that broccoli plant in there. It's massive. If we can just keep the heat away. I need some more extended cool nights, please. Broccoli's doing great. Cabbages look amazing. No pest pressure so far. You know, we had a big freeze after it got really warm and the cabbage moths came, and I'm really hoping that killed off a bunch of things. So let's keep our fingers crossed there. This morning I came through and spent probably 2 hours weeding all of my carrot beds. So carrots and onions in these 2, carrots and onions in those 2. I did a little bit of thinning where I could safely with my fingers. They're still very young and tender, so I'll probably do proper complete thinning next week, but hardly any weed pressure in the onions. They're doing great. I think for the most, I would guess on average, I'm about at 5 to 6 leaves, maybe 6 leaves per onions, which equates how many rings are the onions gonna have. And then that front bed up there is just showing off. That on average, for some reason, is like, and maybe those were the Walla Wallas. I'm not sure if it was a different variety. I'll have to go look and see if I can find the tag. That one is like 8 leaves on average. But the big thing that I want to do out here today, and it's probably not going to be like a how-to video, just some good updates of what I got going on. So remember the potatoes that got flooded out? So this is all the potatoes that I got from this entire row. I went and picked up a few more bags of potatoes. They unfortunately didn't have my Kennebecs, which is my favorite. So I got, I think, late summer harvest, red Norlands, and I think that's it maybe. So we'll see how far those few bags go. They were really either stinky bags left or really shriveled up pruny bags left. So yeah. And then I think I want to get flowers coming out here and my celery. And I'm still waiting till this weekend to do tomatoes and peppers, the sweet potatoes, and then we're just going to be popping things in the ground together. Okay, well, I'm going to go get my potatoes, come out here and chit chat with you guys about some of my retirement plans. So that'll be fun.
All right, I'm going to go work on the farm stand.
All right. This is a bag of late summer harvest. Oh yeah, red Norlands. And that's like the state of them from the store. So we're going to give them a go. And I'm just going to start from where the potatoes are currently growing. So beautiful. The ones that came up are like amazing. So we just, if you are new here, or welcome, by the way, if you're new here, or you missed that video with me giving the last garden update, we just had torrential rains, and the way that my garden faces, everything on that end gets saturated because it leans that way, and we've tried to correct it, and we think that we have it fixed. And then 2 seasons later, we're kind of back to square one with trying to keep the soil built up because it's really, really sandy. So let's talk retirement. So let me just say a few words. I personally was a stay-at-home mom for most of, and I thought that's what I would forever be. And then my husband and I at the time were getting divorced. So I needed to go to work. I needed to just be able to provide for my kids and myself, and I had never had a job other than like high school jobs. I went to a little bit of college, not with no focus. I think when I started going to college, the only thing I was good at was like science-based math. And so I thought I would be an engineer just because that was the only thing educational-wise that fit from back in my time. And so I probably went with an initial focus on that and then had kids and decided, yeah, stay-at-home mom, that's the life, you know, for me. That's what I want to do. And I was homeschooling my kids and everything. But then that marriage dissolved. And so when it came time to finding a career, I was just fortunate to know somebody that worked in the utility, and they were going through like a major project at the time, converting a system or a software, and they needed basically people to just do data entry. And the way I tell my career story is basically I got in there and I killed that job. I learned whatever I could about computers and typing fast and everything that I thought was important to show up and just, you know, like they say, whatever you put your hands to, work hard. And so I worked really, really hard and just always put in the hours, you name it. They asked for somebody to do something extra special. I always volunteered. My hand was the first to be raised. And that was the approach I took. And then I took every opportunity. So that was like a 6-month contract. Then they needed somebody to go do something else. I was the first one to raise my hand. And so I just kept showing up like that at work in my early couple years. And it was like hourly based at the time. And then I got a really great opportunity to just extend my career more professionally from all my learnings and actually enter what would be known as a true occupation, like a title. And again, my philosophy at work was just you show up, you do the best job that you can do, and hopefully you're rewarded for it. And I would say that was successful in my life. God richly, richly blessed everything I put my hand to and provided me the safety and capacity to provide for me, not only me, but my children growing up. It has provided all the, with Todd and I joining in marriage, wonderful opportunities for us to just be excellent financial stewards of just in our life. But that being said, while it was a total blessing and I worked very, very, very hard while I was working for about 21 years, it was never what fulfilled me. It was never what made me joyful. It was never something that satisfied my soul. It was just a means to eventually an end. And that end started coming basically when my daughter, no, I would say because my son graduated college after my daughter. I would say when my daughter got married. Basically, it was the last kid we'd married them off, you know, that we had financial responsibility for. And I started questioning, why am I still working? Like, the kids are gone. We're basically almost debt free at this point. We just basically, we'll tell this story and another story. We basically just had the house left, and what am I still doing? What's my purpose? Why am I still killing myself for this corporate job that is not something that is rewarding at this stage in my life? And an opportunity came up this year where the company offered early separation packages, which is exactly how we were able to make it happen. It was, I kid you not, almost to the dollar, that package, the final payoff on our house. And it was just like, there's so many like God moments and all that I could tell, and that I've kept to myself. Like, it was our 8th year here. So the 7th year we had the rest. The 8th year is this Jubilee. And it was the 8th day of the 8th year when that package came out. And then it was, I mean, you're talking at that magnitude of money, you're talking like $1,000 here or there, plus or minus what our house payoff was. And I just I couldn't not see that blessing and take it in full reward. And so that's kind of my career retirement story. And I've planted one potato since we've been talking, so I better move and start planting potatoes. But I have lots of dreams and visions. And I'm a dreamer, so I hate to share them all because, like any dreamer, they don't all come true. A lot of them are just like fun ideas. But one of them is that farm stand. And it's just something for me that I see as like, one of those emotions that I was telling you at the beginning of the video, like, what is this emotion that I'm feeling? I shouldn't be feeling this emotion. But one of those emotions was, and I went through this emotion when my kids moved out of the house, is what's the purpose of my life now? How can I contribute? Where am I going to be useful now? And it's those kind of where I need to still work with my hands. I need to feel like I'm contributing to our life in a very successful way, and be a blessing to Todd, be a blessing to our home, still be able to bless our children and all kinds of things. And I am talking financially. And so the farm stand, whatever that is going to just allow me to feel like I can still do that. And not feel, I don't know. It's probably not the right emotion. I realize that. But it's a relatively good good to recognize the feeling and know that you're receiving it as not in a negative context, like God wouldn't want me to feel that way, but God would also not want me to sit around and be lazy and still be a good helpmate. And so then other things is, now this is kind of still secret, so don't go telling a bunch of people. That is, we've been working on a small website that, and I know lots of people have websites, and I'm not trying to compete with like professional website people, but it's going to be something where I can share, whether I know a lot of you have asked for recipes in the past, maybe something like that. If I want to do a canning class, and so I'm an introvert, if you don't know that. So it's not going to be like a canning class for like 50 people. But if I want to offer it to like 4 ladies to come sign up and learn how to make strawberry jam, it's a really intimate, unintimidating environment to just come into somebody's home and let's just chat like we're friends. And so a couple workshop ideas I'm noodling on. And this is all built. It's just, and when am I ready to hit that like publish button? I'm a little nervous about. So that gets back to that nervous emotion at the beginning. And what else is on there? Other things like, so if you're not local and you can't come to our farm stand, there might be some things that we can sell through shipping now that we have time. So Rachel's going to have a lot of time on her hands to fill. Can I ship you some elderberry cuttings? Can I, if I'm selling my honey matcha face mask at the farm stand, maybe you're in California and you want some, but you can't come to the farm stand, it would be a way for you to still feel like you can participate. And so things like that. It's a lot of fun ideas that are coming together. And so we're going to keep it simple. And just a different way to communicate. So like blog posts that maybe you're a better reader than a watcher on YouTube. So we'll try to turn like some of our more topic focused YouTube content into blogs. So if you would rather read it or have like study materials or things like that, you could get it in a blog format. Yeah. And then I'm just thinking about all the time I'm going to have on my hand to just create content. Like bringing you guys back here in the morning when I'm doing my piddling and having our garden walkthroughs and doing the herb collecting and all the things that I love. And just our life's going to change a lot over the next couple of years in a really, really good way. And I think that that's a lot of what I expect to offer to you guys. But I'll tell you, one of the most exciting things for me, and I've said this to people in the past, and for some people it might be like resonate with, and other people will be like, well, who have you been for the last, 15, 20 years? But that is to finally just be Todd's wife. I feel like Todd and I have always had a fantastic partnership, and yes, I've been his wife, but I've never gotten to be his wife. And to me, that means something very intimate and very special, and that I'm serving my husband and in a different capacity than I've been able to before. Like today I folded his laundry for him. Guys, it gets down to like that level of detail where like the man has folded his own laundry for the last several years because that is our lifestyle. I mean, I've oftentimes worked way more hours than him. And so he has been a tremendous partner and support. And he's given up a lot of his time back in the day, whether it was to cook dinner for the kids, pack lunches, pick people up because mom's at work, whether it's mom's just beat and tired after work, and he's chipped in and just done a lot that I think a lot of men do now. But in my standards, I don't want my husband to have to do those things. I personally just don't. And that's okay if you do, and that's okay. And I'm not trying to start anything. I just really, in my heart of hearts, want to be his wife and what that means to me. So I'm excited to get to do that. Okay. So I'm going to keep planting my potatoes. And then when I'm going to take a break from this because we've been talking for a long time, 15 minutes. So I'm going to show you guys at the end any update that they make on the trailer. And you guys know you're going to be right back out here with me so much this year. And I want you to know how much I appreciate you guys too, because YouTube does give us a little bit of buffer confidence in this retirement. Now, it is by no means anything close to my salary or anything like that, but it's a little comfort to know that we do have YouTube. And we're not going to try to make YouTube anything different than it's ever been for us before. It's just going to be fun, and we'll continue to share our lives with you guys here. So I'll see you guys on the next video, but hang on and let's go see what progress that they make on this farm stand.
So the next day, wanted to show you guys kind of where we ended with the farm stand last night. We got to a point where we have to paint it now. Rachel wants to paint this entire thing white. We got all the siding on all four sides, as you can see. It's turning out great. We still have to put the platform on, but we want to get this painted first, this bottom part, and get it in the trailer, and then we're going to finish building it because it's going to get a little bit heavy. It will be removable. I don't really want to remove it too often because I think it's going to be a pain. This is going to be the back end. See, there's hinges there. This little panel can open. So when the top's on here, we can still use this underneath side for storage in the trailer for excess supplies or whatever else. It's a big giant space, so we might as well use it for something. But we need to get some more 2x4s, some more hinges, the paint, and then we can continue on. So hopefully today's Wednesday, maybe by the end of this coming weekend, we can get this wrapped up, park it out by the street, make up some signs, and we can start selling stuff because we have a lot. Like, let me show you something. So over here on the side of our house, you see there's a lot of plants there, and a lot of this goes to the garden, like these peppers, tomatoes, sweet potatoes. There's basil down there. There might be some flowers mixed in, but there's a lot of this stuff that was grown specifically for the purpose of just selling stuff. He's got daylilies down here, some hostas, gooseberries. There's elderberries in here somewhere in there. Weeping willows that we propagated. A lot of things. So a lot of things are getting ready to find a new home soon. But there is one more short video clip from yesterday with Rachel out in the garden. So we're going to cut back to that, and then we'll wrap up this video, and we'll see you guys soon.
I thought of something to say, though, as I was sitting here planting potatoes. And I surely don't want it to come across, you know, my excitement about retirement. And you know, my ultimate desire to take care of Todd. That I boohoo a working mother or a working wife. Obviously, I don't. I was one for 21 years. I know that, you know, if it's not your heart's desire, and if it is your desire, I'm so happy for you. Like, my daughter-in-law is a doctor, and she has a passion, and she set her goal to achieve it. And I think it's very different when you have a career orientation and that's your dream to go and do that, versus someone like me, or maybe you or someone else out there that has a little bit different of an aspiration, and that was to be a stay-at-home mom and to be a wife. And I didn't get to do that for as long as I wanted to, which was my life. And I had to make a really significant sacrifice for my family, for raising my children, in order to provide. And I guess I just didn't want to come across that I boohoo it. I don't. I mean, I had to do it. There's so many women that have to make that hard choice, or so many women that optimistically choose a career, and I applaud them for that, because I know the sacrifice that it is. And I know for all the husbands and fathers out there, the commitment that it takes from you to support your wives. And I applaud you for that, because Todd is a hero in that. And he never complained, never. But lately here, it's funny, as he's seen me transitioning through this transition phase, as I'm transferring knowledge to people, and my work is lessened, he's like, I really like this non-working Rachel. I like the non-working Rachel so much more than the working. He's only ever known me as a working woman, and it's gonna be fun. So I think it's getting dark, and I think rain's coming tonight, so I think I'm only going to finish getting these celeries in. We got the tomatoes done. I give you guys the update on the garden, and I give you the major update on life.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Homestead. My name is Todd.
I'm Rachel.
Just want to start over?
No.
We didn't do it the normal way, though.
Okay, because hey guys, welcome back to that 1870s homestead. My name's Rachel.
Hey guys, I'm Todd.
Anyway, it's another day on the homestead.
Oh.
Why are you jumping all over it? Oh, my irises are all in bloom. All right, are you ready? Are
Yes.
you behaved?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be good.
Hey guys, welcome to the